These will be my final show performances in London. This will be it. This is it. And when I say this is it, it really means this is it.
In 2009, over 1 million fans bought tickets to Michael Jackson's final tour in just 2 hours. 50 sold-out shows, over $400 million in revenue. It was meant to be the greatest comeback in music history. But what really happened behind the scenes destroyed everything, and no one saw it coming. Michael Jackson was ready for a huge comeback with his This Is It tour. Fans were thrilled, the music world was excited, and everyone thought history was about to be made. But what happened behind closed doors was tragic and shocking. Today, we'll uncover what really went on during Michael's final tour and the heartbreaking events that ended it all. By 2009, Michael Jackson was more than a music icon. He was a living legend. Known for his electrifying performances, groundbreaking music videos, and unmatched global appeal, Jackson's career had spanned decades. But after years of being plagued by controversies and financial struggles, his star had dimmed. Then came This Is It. This wasn't just another tour. It was his shot at redemption, a chance to reclaim his throne as the king of pop. But what should have been a triumphant return became one of the darkest cautionary tales in the history of entertainment. Today, we're diving deep into the story of Michael Jackson's final tour and the events that led to his untimely death. This Is It was announced in March 2009 with overwhelming fanfare. Initially, Jackson only agreed to perform 10 shows in London. At 50 years old, he knew his limits. Years of intense performances and personal turmoil had taken a toll on his body and mind. But 10 shows weren't enough for AEG Live, the concert promoter behind the tour. AEG saw the massive potential: global streaming deals, merchandise, sponsorships. They convinced Jackson to extend the tour to 50 shows. That's 5 times what he initially agreed to. For Michael, the pressure was immense. For AEG, it was all about profits. Financially, Jackson was not in the best position. Legal battles, mounting debts, and a lavish lifestyle had taken their toll. He hoped the tour would not only restore his reputation but also secure his children's future. But agreeing to 50 shows set a dangerous precedent, placing enormous physical and mental demands on a man already stretched to his limits. The Brutal Rehearsals. Rehearsals started and they were tough. Michael, always a perfectionist, focused on every small detail: choreography, singing, stage setup, and lights. He practiced for hours every day, pushing himself to the edge. But by May 2009, it was clear something was wrong. People close to Michael said he was barely holding on. He had become very thin and appeared weaker by the day. Kenny Ortega, the tour director, voiced his concerns to AEG, saying Michael's health was in bad shape. Emails from Ortega showed he was deeply worried, urging that Michael needed medical attention and time to rest.
That my friend wasn't right, that he wasn't well. There was something going on that was deeply troubling me.
And of course, by my friend, you mean Michael?
Yes.
Michael Jackson?
Yes.
The fact that he wasn't right or he wasn't well and it troubled you, did you see physical manifestations of this that caused you concern?
He was chilled, and he appeared lost.
AEG's response was shocking. Instead of caring for Michael's health, they pushed forward, saying the show must go on. They risked everything for money, ignoring the health of their star. Michael grew weaker as the schedule took its toll. The pressure mounts. The pressure on Michael was huge. He couldn't get enough sleep, so he turned to a strong drug called propofol, which is used in surgery, not for sleeping problems. It wasn't safe, but Michael felt he had no other choice. The pressure was too much. Dr. Conrad Murray, hired by AEG as Michael's personal doctor, gave him the drug every night. But propofol is extremely dangerous outside of a hospital setting and should never be used without close monitoring. Dr. Murray's actions would later be heavily criticized, raising doubts about his professionalism and ethics. Behind the scenes, emails from AEG showed that the company cared more about money than Michael's health. They ignored warnings and focused only on their investment. One email said, "This is not a rehearsal," showing how far they were willing to go for profit. The tragic end. On June 25, 2009, disaster struck. Michael Jackson was found unconscious at his Los Angeles home. Despite all efforts to save him, he was declared dead at the age of 50. The cause of death was acute propofol poisoning. The world was in shock. Fans everywhere couldn't believe the loss of an artist who had touched their lives. News stories flooded in with questions. How could someone so famous, so extraordinary, end up like this? People asked, why didn't anyone step in to help him? Who was to blame? It became clear that this wasn't just a tragic accident, but the result of serious mistakes and poor choices by those who were supposed to care for Michael. The legal battle, the aftermath was messy. The Jackson family sued AEG Live for wrongful death, claiming the company pushed Michael too hard and hired an unqualified doctor. The trial became a media circus, exposing troubling facts about how the entertainment industry treats artists. Health warnings from people like Kenny Ortega were ignored. Profit was put before Michael's safety. Dr. Murray's medical actions raised serious questions. In 2011, Dr. Conrad Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter for giving Michael the fatal dose of propofol. He served 2 years of a 4-year sentence. While his conviction brought some closure, many believed others were also to blame. AEG Live denied responsibility, saying they couldn't have predicted what happened. But leaked emails and testimonies showed a disturbing picture of corporate greed and carelessness. The aftermath. Michael Jackson's death was a big wake-up call for the music industry, leading to important changes in how artists are treated. After his passing, stricter health rules were introduced, requiring performers to have more thorough health checks before going on tour. Promoters now face more careful review when ensuring big tours, ensuring the safety of the artists. There is also more supervision of doctors who work with artists, making sure they are properly qualified. In addition, the entertainment world started paying more attention to the mental and physical health of stars, sparking more talks about the pressures they face. But the impact of Michael's death went beyond these changes. His story became a symbol of what happens when ambition and greed take over, putting profit ahead of the care and well-being of the people in the industry. A bittersweet legacy. After Michael Jackson's death, fans found some comfort in the This Is It documentary. The film, which showed rehearsal footage, gave the world a glimpse of what could have been. It made $261 million, becoming the highest-grossing concert film ever. But for fans, it was bittersweet. The documentary reminded them of Michael's brilliance and the huge loss the world had suffered. This Is It wasn't just a film. It showed Michael Jackson's hard work and genius. Even in his final days, he was determined to put on a show that would amaze the world. For many, it's a bittersweet reminder of his incredible talent and the cost of his dedication. For the music industry, This Is It reflected its darkest flaws. The drive for profits at all costs had tragic results. Michael Jackson's death wasn't just a loss for his family and fans, it was a loss for music itself. A lesson for all of us. Michael Jackson's final days teach us an important lesson. Success means nothing without health. No amount of money, fame, or ambition is worth sacrificing your well-being. The music industry learned this the hard way, but it's a lesson that applies to all of us. Jackson's story also shows how powerful music can be in bringing people together and healing. Despite the challenges and controversies he faced, his music still inspires millions. Songs like Heal the World and Man in the Mirror remind us that we can make a difference when we focus on kindness and humanity. In today's world of streaming platforms and digital convenience, we've lost something valuable. Music used to unite people, creating shared experiences and a sense of community. Michael Jackson understood this better than anyone. His music wasn't just for entertainment, it was about spreading joy, healing, and bringing people together. Michael Jackson's story reminds us of the power of music and the importance of putting people before profits. His legacy lives on, not just in his music, but in the lessons his life and death have taught us. Let's remember him not only as the king of pop, but as a symbol of strength, creativity, and the lasting power of art. If this story touched you, don't forget to subscribe for more untold truths and insights. Share this video to raise awareness about the importance of prioritizing health and humanity. Thank you for watching.